Ethiopia is an ancient country located in East Africa with a remarkably rich linguistic, cultural and ethnic diversity. Ethiopia is also one of the oldest nations in the world where Judaism, Christianity and Islam were planted in very early days and thrived through the years. Such a flourished religious heritage is further enhanced by the already existent indigenous cultural and religious heritages such as the Irrecha of the Oromo people. The peaceful coexistence of these religious communities and of more than 80 nations and nationalities for centuries is a result of rich accumulated knowledge and wisdom. It's indeed a testimony to Ethiopia's unity in diversity. What is more, 9 of Ethiopia's cultural, tangible and natural heritage sites are listed on UNESCO's World Heritage List. They include the rock-hewn churches of Lalibela, registered as World Heritage in 1978, the Emperor Fasil Gibbi or Palace Grounds and other monuments of Gondar inscribed as World Heritage in 1979, the Aksum Obelisk registered as World Heritage in 1980, the Simeon National Park inscribed as World Heritage in 1980, the Tia Stili inscribed as World Heritage in 1980, the lower valley of the Awash River where the hominid Lucy was found in 1974 at the Hadar site registered as World Heritage in 1980, the lower valley of the Omo River inscribed as World Heritage in 1980, the walled city of Harar registered as World Heritage in 2006, and the Konso cultural landscape registered as World Heritage in 2011. Besides these, the Dure Sheikh Hussein Mosque, the Sophomore Cave and the Gedeo mixed cultural and natural landscape, the Melka Kunture archaeological site, and the Bali Mountains site are recently registered on the World Heritage Tentative List. Similarly, Ethiopia is also rich in intangible cultural heritages with an exceptional variety including living expressions, rituals and ceremonies. Mesqal is one of them, and it's officially recognized and celebrated in a mass. The celebration of the commemoration feast of the finding of the true cross of Jesus Christ in Ethiopia dates back to the 4th century AD. This big festivity of the Christian world is known as Mesqal by Ethiopians. The word Mesqal has in fact two meanings. First, Mesqal literally means cross. The other meaning refers to the commemoration feast of the finding of the true Holy Cross. The Mesqal festival is celebrated nationwide to commemorate the unearthing by Empress Helena in 326 AD of the true cross upon which Jesus Christ was crucified. Empress Helena is a mother of Constantine the Great and is known as Eleni by Ethiopians. The symbolic performance of Helena's search for the true cross and its discovery from the place it was buried is displayed for the mass during the Mesqal festival. As it is seen on the footage, Helena is represented by a young lady who is standing wearing a crown and cloak. The feast of the finding of the true cross began to be celebrated in Ethiopia with big pomp and fanfare after the coming of the part of the Holy Cross to Ethiopia from Egypt by Emperor Dawit, who reigned from 1380 to 1412. The right arm of the true cross toured Ethiopia, and Emperor Zara Yacob, son of Emperor Dawit, finally raised it at Amba Gishan on October 1st, 1446, after having had a miraculous vision to put the cross on the crossed land or mountain. Pilgrims from different regions of Ethiopia traveled to Gishan mountain annually on October 1st to commemorate the placement of the true cross in the mountain. The Mesqal holiday is celebrated colorfully all over Ethiopia in various ways. First of all, annually on the eve of this holiday, on September 26th or 27th in the year next to the leap year, the whole nation celebrates it with special religious and cultural rites around the bonfire known as the Damera. The Damera is a heap of poles. In constructing it, a tall tree branch is first erected at the center, which is surrounded by bundles of branches and then covered with green grass so that it will have a pointed conical shape. A small symbolic cross formed by yellow Abyssinian daisies is mounted at the top of the Damera to represent the true cross. Throughout Ethiopia, main public gathering areas and squares in cities and towns are named after the festival. They are known as Mesqal Addababai. These squares serve as cultural spaces and sacred areas where the Damera bonfire celebration is colorfully carried out. In the countryside, vast fields like that of Joforo of the Gurage people serve for the same cause. The Damera ceremony is centered nationally at Mesqal Square in Addis Ababa, where the name of the square has adopted that of the festival after its long years of celebration of the commemoration feast of the True Cross of Christ at this place. Here, in the afternoon of September 26th, priests wearing traditional robes known as Jano or Ting Dirib and holding sistrums and staffs arrive at Mesqal Square near the Damera spot, chanting hymns and perform the unique Ethiopian church rhythmic dance. They sing, "He has lit the world with his holy cross." The performance and hymns are of Saint Yared composition. Saint Yared was the founder of the Ethiopian Orthodox hymn known as Zema. In the meantime, the lay priest beats the kabaro, the big heavy church drum. Incense fills the air together with rattles of sistrums. The Damera ceremony is also used for creating awareness about the HIV/AIDS pandemic, using billboards at the Mesqal Square where the festival is celebrated nationally. Colorfully dressed Sunday school youths from different churches also stand in front of the pyre and display shows. Hundreds of thousands of residents of Addis flock to Mesqal Square with the white traditional clothes to attend the celebration. His Holiness Abune Paulos, Patriarch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, and Metropolitan Petros, the former Archbishop of the Greek Orthodox Church, attend the event in Addis. The Damera festival is also attended by government officials, members of the diplomatic corps, and tourists from all over the world. During the celebration, a chariot is dragged to commemorate the chariot by which Empress Helena went to the site of the True Cross. On the same occasion, the Federal Police Brass Band presents a parade. Similarly, members of the Ethiopian Patriotic Association also take part on the same event. Representatives of Gamo people from southern Ethiopia are also seen here displaying their cultural and spiritual presentations for the crowd. The final ceremony of the event is the setting on fire of the Damera. This ceremony is led by the Patriarch of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, accompanied by archbishops and senior government officials. It's commenced by a blessing of the Damera. The Patriarch then proceeds blessing the four corners of the Damera and kindles a torch, chibo. In this particular moment, the head of state or his representative, together with the mayor of Addis Ababa, set fire to the Damera. Saint Helena's great efforts in the search for the True Cross and the smoke of incense that she used to identify the whereabouts of the True Cross is celebrated only in Ethiopia. This would help both the Christian world and those who are in search of ancient Christian custom to see the surviving legacy of early Christianity. The great bonfire Damera, with its blazing light, brightens the surrounding area. It also forms a big smoke of fire. Thousands of small candles or twaf are also lit by the mass of laity in the background. The Damera is then burnt down until it turns into ashes. In most places, people make signs of cross on their foreheads using the ash of the Damera. As the fire goes on burning, the lay people sing Iyoha, the spring has come. Among some nations and nationalities of Ethiopia, Mesqal is also a celebration of the new year. While the festival at Mesqal Square is being celebrated, the event is simultaneously observed by millions of people all over the country at village and household levels. The next day, after that of the Damara, is a festive day for every family, rich and poor alike. Adult men buy an ox which is to be slaughtered by a single family or together with neighbors. The festival is not discriminatory, since those who are well off have the habit of sharing with the less well off. During the festival, family members and communities are engaged in cleaning their compounds and villages. Household utensils used for the celebration are also washed and cleaned by young girls, and new ones are also bought. Boys collect firewood that is used for the festival. Among communities in southern Ethiopia, months before the holiday, women strip the leaves of false banana and scrap the dough or kocho and put it in a hole so that it's fermented. This is used to prepare different kinds of food items such as bread, porridge, and atakana. Atakana is a meal prepared from white food substance that is squeezed from the dough of false banana, and spices such as garlic, ginger, and butter are mixed with it. The main dish which is served during the festival, however, is kutfo, finely minced meat or beef, in which much butter is mixed and cooked. Among the variety of delicious food displayed during the festival, cheese and cabbage are also found. On this festive day, people eat together and then dance and sing. It's a joyous moment, providing for Ethiopians with social cohesion and a sense of identity and bondage. Cattle of the village will also have better grasses on Mesqal Day because the restrictions on the grazing land would be lifted and made accessible to them. Mesqal is a time when families gather and migrant workers return to their respective localities. Just before the festival, personal quarrels and social disagreements are resolved. The occasion is also used for marriage engagements among youngsters. Mesqal is an important occasion for Ethiopians to promote their social and spiritual life through mutual understanding and reconciliation. The festival also coincides with the mass blooming of the golden yellow daisies, characteristic of the season abounding the Ethiopian landscape. All these unique traits of the Mesqal festivities attract tourists from various parts of the world who come to observe this holiday, which is celebrated more gloriously in Ethiopia than in any other country in the world. So we invite everyone who has participated in this session to come and visit Ethiopia to savor the genuine taste of a rich cultural and religious heritage.